Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to make a sauerkraut ground beef and noodle casserole. Got all the ingredients right here. I'm going to go over them with you really quick so you know what you need to make this dish. You're going to need some egg noodles, the star of the show, sauerkraut, tomato soup, onion. We've got Swiss cheese, ground beef, brown sugar. Some of y'all might know why we need this. We've got garlic, parsley flakes, salt, and pepper. Now, I have a large pot of water coming to a boil behind me. We're going to cook one package of noodles per the instructions on the back of the package until they're al dente. This is a 12-ounce package. I'm going to give a little bit of salt to the water, that way it'll season it. Flavor our noodles. Now once these are al dente, we'll drain them and just put them back into the pot until we're ready for them. I've got 2 pounds of ground beef in a large skillet. I'm just going to break it down and then we're going to brown it up. And while it is doing that, we're going to take a medium yellow onion and we're going to dice it up. Now I've taken off both ends. I'm going to peel off the outer layer. Look who's back in the kitchen.
Hello.
It's my husband, Thomas, who's always behind the camera, sometimes in front of the camera. We got a good show coming up pretty soon, in the coming week. And he'll be in the video. It's going to be a fun one. All right, so I cut my onion in half. I'm just going to follow the lines of the onion. I'm going to make slices. And then we will turn the onion and cut the onion into dices. Just like that. And then run your knife through. What we're going to do is add this to the ground beef so it can soften up as the ground beef is cooking. So let's just pick that up. Now this has been noted to be a German cuisine, but they Americanized it by putting it in a casserole form with lots of flavor. All right, my pasta's done. I'm going to put my strainer on, bring it over to the sink, drain it out. All right, I'm just going to get that excess water out, then we'll let it sit on the back burner until we're ready for it. Okay, the ground beef, nice and browned up and the onions are softened. I'm going to push the meat off to the side and we're just going to drain off any excess grease. It's in there, you can see it coming. Press it down and then just kind of push it into the meat. Just an easy way to get that fat out of there. There we go. We're going to take 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. We're going to add it in. We're going to stir that in for about 1 minute. And I'm also going to include in about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Ooh, probably a little bit more. I love that with cabbage, right? And we got the sauerkraut. All right, we'll cook this down for 1 minute. That'll help release the aromas of the garlic, infuse it into the meat with that salt and pepper. Now, if you want to enhance your ground beef here, you can enhance the onion and the garlic that we put in with powder, which I'm going to do. Kind of just brings out the flavor. 1/4 teaspoon of each. We're going to turn off the burner. We've got our baking dish. You want a 9 by 13. Now this is a 14.5 ounce size can of sauerkraut. This is a barrel aged taste, so that's going to be really good. Now I've drained it really well, and what we're going to do is put it in the bottom of our casserole dish. And then we're going to spread it out evenly. Now I did not spray the baking dish. Nothing's going to stick on the bottom there. Nice and even. We're going to take some brown sugar. About 1/8 to 1/4 cup. And we're going to sprinkle it all on top of the sauerkraut. I think I'm going to do that right there. That seems enough right there. So it was a little less than 1/4 cup. We're going to bring our noodles over. We're going to be layering this casserole. So on top of the sauerkraut with the brown sugar, we're going to add half of the noodles that we've cooked and drained, and just spread them over the mixture, over the sauerkraut actually. You want to do this very loosely because we do have a sauce that's going to go on, and we want to make sure it gets down into everything. So don't pack it in there. There we go. We'll save the rest for the top. We're going to take our ground beef mixture. I'm going to place half right on top of the noodles. Woo!
Oh darn, a piece for me.
There's nothing to it, huh? Lots of flavor though.
Yeah.
Lots of flavor. We're going to go ahead now and layer the rest of the noodles on top. Let's go back over to the ground beef. We're going to spread that on top. And then we're going to make the sauce for this. Spread this out evenly. All right, let's make that sauce. I'm going to use the same skillet, but we're not turning it on a burner or anything like that. We're just going to use it to mix the ingredients, and that way we don't have to use another bowl or anything. I've got a 26 ounce size can of tomato soup. This is the family size. We're just going to put it into the pot here. I'm going to fill the can halfway with water, which is about 13 ounces of water. Get all of that out. All right, let's season that up. You can't let it go by itself. Flavor it up. Garlic powder right across the top, about 1/4 teaspoon. Onion powder, salt, black pepper. If y'all haven't seen my spice drawer, I'm going to show you right now. Here it is. I'm just going to whisk this together, and then we'll pour it all over our casserole, and then we still got to top it. We're going to pour it all over the casserole. Make sure it gets all into those noodles and all the way down to the sauerkraut. Woo, all the way. There we go. I'm going to take the spatula and get the rest of that out. Now we're just going to take that same spatula. We're just going to kind of give it some holes here to get that sauce in all the way down to the bottom. Those noodles and the sauerkraut will absorb that flavor and that sauce. Top this. You're going to need about 8 ounces of shredded Swiss cheese. That's for somebody special.
That would be me. That's good.
Fresh grated cheese. That's what we're doing. Ah, look at that. Yum. There we go. All right, let's top our casserole. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. All right, just spread that out evenly. We're not going to cover this. I've got my oven preheated at 350 degrees. We're going to bake this for about 30 minutes until everything is heated through and that cheese is nice and melted. I'm going to come back, give it a try for you. I just pulled this out of the oven. Doesn't that look amazing? I'm going to top it with some parsley. You can use fresh or the dried. We're going to let this sit for just a few minutes, kind of pull itself together before I give it a try. All right, we're not waiting any longer. We're hungry. And it smells delicious. Go all the way down to the bottom because that's where your sauerkraut is. Woo! Got my fall bowl right here. Mmm. Ooh, look at that cheese. What do y'all think? I'm gonna grab a fork. I'm gonna give this sauerkraut, ground beef, and noodle casserole a try for you. Here's my bite. Mmm. That is fantastic. Wow. It's delicious. I love what the brown sugar did to the sauerkraut and all those flavors came together. It almost reminds me of like the inside of a cabbage roll. Ah, so delicious. Woo. All right, you guys, give me a thumbs up on this one. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. We've got 1,300 recipes out there, so go check them out. You can even go to catherinesplates.com. All right, y'all, I'm gonna take this bowl and I'm out of here. I think my husband's gonna take that and he's out of here. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye.